Like, how the heck did that happen? Hmm. All right, so technical difficulties. I don't know if this is working again or not since we had to start a new one. Start a new stream. Let me see if I can delete this. That's so weird. I don't know why it would have done that. Hello. Oh, can you all hear me again? Okay, you can hear me. All right. I have no idea what happened there. That was like the weirdest thing. Audio was showing that it was working completely fine within Restream, but y'all couldn't hear me. So I don't know. I'm sorry. I apologize for the inconvenience. Porsche 911 fan, thank you again for super chat. You probably didn't hear anything that I said. And if you didn't, I was talking about the Google cybersecurity certificate because that's very much geared towards blue team. That's a good course, I think, if you're trying to look into becoming like a SOC analyst. Sorry, I should say that course is definitely geared towards like a SOC analyst type of position. Talks about SIMs, it talks about logs, the whole 9 yards there. So I feel like that is a good starting point. And then again, I couldn't think of the blue teaming training that we talked about last week. So I was asking people to please throw in the chat recommendations for blue team training. And I honestly think I've basically covered everything that I was trying to talk about before I saw that there was no audio. And then I was talking to my children and all those fun things. So I apologize again. Had to keep muting so I could talk to my family. So we'll try not to mute again this time. That's such a weird, yay technology. Woo! It works. And now, anyway, make a shirt that says IT Snack Plus, because you are a snack, Zach. This person has been done nothing but calling me nice things this whole stream. I appreciate that. I love to hear that. Anyway, we were going to talk about maybe, and it happened too, where I was going to show you like the questions that we were going to talk about. And when, I don't know, who knows why the audio went out. Anyway, we're going to try to share my screen again. And we're going to go through these questions. Let's see. Share, or can I add a, let's see. No, we will share my screen. And hopefully, do we still have audio? That's the question. I'll wait for y'all to respond. And we'll see if it's Restream or some weird thing. But can y'all still hear me? Happy Friday, Allison. It is good to see you. All right, cool. Y'all can all hear me. All right. So I put this question out on the internet. We're going to do a live stream. What do y'all want to talk about? So I'm going to go over these because, the people who took the time to do this, greatly appreciate you. So the first question from Daniel was how to get a position at TCM Security. I get asked this question a lot, and I know that a lot of our staff at TCM Security get asked the same question. And the best answer that I can give to you is really just being part of our community. And it's going to sound maybe kind of weird, just like, why do I need to be a part of your community to get hired? It's because we always reach out to our community first for any open positions that we have. So you'll see the job, like any type of job posting on Discord before you will see it on any other platform. And that's because we love to reach out to the people who are, again, part of the community. We just, just made a new hire, which is going to be, very exciting. I don't want to go too much into that. It's very, very exciting though. But I mean, like almost all of our hires have been from the community. I saw Ange is in here. Hello, Ange. It is so great and lovely to see you. You are my favorite, BTW. But Ange is one of those people who was hired from just being part of the community. And we just met Ange last year at Wild West Hackin' Fest. And it is something that I will always remember for the rest of my life, because I was walking through the hallways at Wild West Hackin' Fest and Ange was standing there, and she's there, Angela Brown. You go follow her. She's on the LinkedIn. She's standing there in the hallway and she gives me this look and I give her a look, but she's like giving me this look where she's like, I think I know who you are. And I wanted to be a nice person. And I was just like, hey, how's it going? Or whatever, however it started. But as soon as I did that, like she just like opened up completely. And we had, I don't know, we probably talked for like 15-20 minutes or something. And it was just such an amazing conversation. And just kind of like that sprouted out of nowhere, right? Like here we are, just like these two random people and in the Wild West. And she had all these amazing things to say. And when we were leaving, or we were kind of like parting, she's like, I really want to meet Heath, or said something along those lines. Maybe she didn't say she really wanted to meet him, but she was like, I want to meet Heath. And I was like, well, if I see you and I'm with him, like I will make that happen. So sure enough, like later on, I think that day, we all were at Philip Wiley's talk. And then as we were leaving, Ange was there and I was with Heath, and I was like, Heath, have you met Ange? And then I walked away because I was talking to other people. And it was like totally like one of those like, hey, have you met Ted? And that's, from How I Met Your Mother. That's how I felt in that's like instance right there. And I've done that so many times. But anyway, Ange and Heath talked, and then, excuse me, I don't want to mute the microphone. Hold on. Maybe that helped. Anyway, yeah, Ange and Heath talked, and Ange was like, more active in the community with us, after that. But she's an absolutely phenomenal person, super intelligent. But like, yeah, being part of the community, like I just want to tell that story because that is one position that, yeah, her being part of the community, like that's how she got here. So anyway, that's how you get positions at TCM Security. It's not that you have to meet us. You by no means have to meet us in person. It's more or less just being part of the community, being helpful. Like that's the stuff that we watch for. And we say that all the time, like we have people in Discord constantly, like DeWalt. We have Ange who's in the Discord now all the time, but people who are constantly watching and telling like us and Heath, like, hey, these people are really active and involved and doing great things. And whether you get hired here or not, like we always try to like give back to those people and show our appreciation, because we do genuinely appreciate the people who are part of the community, whether it's directly part of the TCM security community, but just overall the IT community, cybersecurity community, like that's big on us, big for us specifically, for sure. So yeah, if you want to get a position at TCM Security, just be involved. Another, like if we can't find somebody who's going to fit the position that's part of the community, like we'll do more outreach. We'll post the job on the website and stuff like that. So if you don't want to be active in the community too much and you would just want to wait for an open position, you can always go to tcm-sec.com, tcm-sec.com/careers, and you can add that as an alert. Let's see, I can probably pull this up here for you somewhere. Let's do this. It's going to be careers, I believe. So if you set up a Google alert for that page specifically, as soon as we have an open job listing, that like open everybody, it will be posted here. And if you set up a Google alert, it will alert you when we have a job posting there. Pretty cool. Julian, thank you very much for the super chat. Appreciate that. So yeah, that's how you get a position at TCM. So that was like my super long-winded response to that. Daniel says, should I make a build up video for the new machines? Your question is the following: completed the Google Cyber certificate, which I believe was a great introduction. You're planning to take the Security Plus. You'd really like to get into blue team operations, though you're not certain which path to take based on the fact that you're in one of those so-called developing countries. I think those are both great options. I don't know which developing country you're in, but there's other blue team training that's out there that I would definitely look into. I can't think of them off the top of my head. Like, it's just not coming to me, and it's driving me nuts. And it's such a like stupid, simple, easy name, and I cannot like remember what it is. Sorry, I don't know. But anyway, that's a great option. But yeah, I would love to ask you more questions, and then maybe I can help you out more. Philip, talk about how cool it is to be Zach Hill and such an inspiration for people like yourself, because I'm one of the most awesome people that you know, and you've never even met you, but hope to someday. Well, I hope to meet you as well. I don't think it's cool at all to be me, quite honestly. And like that, you can find that through going through like some of my old videos where I talk about dealing with, being me, which isn't fun by any means. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes cool things happen. But like, millions of other people in the world, I have, my demons that I struggle with and I deal with. And I talk about that very openly all the time. I make YouTube videos about it all the time because I think it's something extremely important to talk about. But I don't think it's cool to be me. I really love helping people. I think like if somebody were to ask me, Zach, what is your purpose in life? It would be to help people. Like that's why I am here, because I really want to help people. I enjoy that. It's like I have had that slogan for so long, like technology is my passion, helping others is my purpose. And I'd say like I'm extremely lucky because like I get to help people with technology, and like those are like two of my most favorite things that I could ever be doing in the entire world. Like anything technology related, and helping people with that like technology is just like, yeah, it is the coolest thing in the entire world. So I would say I'm really lucky. I'm very lucky to be able to do anything that I've been able to do and accomplish. But it all just leads back to like I just want to be able to help people. So I'm glad that I was able to help you and any other person who's on the stream right now, because that's what it's about. Truly, honestly, wholeheartedly, no BS. I'm gonna try to keep this clean since we're streaming on LinkedIn, and they'll yell at me for swearing, I'm sure. Joe Hudson, are you asking a question here? You say you have a 2-hour drive during that time, and it'd be cool to listen to that along with Way Up. Talk about some of the things you used to believe were necessary that that you no longer really subscribe to as professional. This like I think this is the biggest thing, and I think it's always just it's something good to repeat constantly, because there's always new people coming to these streams. So if you've been here before and you've heard me say this before, I'm sorry, but for anybody who's new here, this question, like, talk about some of the things you used to believe were necessary that I no longer really subscribe to as a professional. And that is like 100% that you have to know everything about IT or technology to work in IT. That is something I think a lot of people subscribe to and believe, but it's just simply like, it's not the case. You don't need to know everything about technology to work in this field. And I think it's a hard thing for people to grasp. And it was a really hard thing for me to grasp. And I truly did not understand that until I actually started working in IT. And I wish like somebody would have told me that, Chris Howard, hello. It is so good to see you, my friend. I hope you are doing good and wonderful and amazing. And I'm sorry that I missed you at DEF CON, but I love you and it's good to see you. So good to see you. Thank you for taking the time to stop by. Now I'm trying to get back to my train of thought. Thanks, Chris. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So like, I think a lot of people like believe, and like, I was one of those big people that believed that like I had to know everything. And if I didn't know everything, like I wasn't smart, I wasn't good enough, like so many other like things, right? Just because like I didn't know, and I didn't know anything really. And I still don't know anything. And I've worked in IT for over 20 years to some extent, right? So like, I still don't know everything. And that's just to say, like, you could be working in IT for 30, 40, 50, 1,000 years. If you could live that long, it'd be kind of cool. But like you would not know everything. It's just impossible to know all of the things related to IT. And you have to take some reassurance in that of like, okay, it'll be okay. I don't have to know everything, and I will be okay. Um, the best bit of advice, like following up from that I could give you is know how to find everything, because it's absolutely okay not to know off the top of your head all of the things IT related, but it is absolutely unacceptable for you not to know how to find those answers. And that's simply because we live in a world of Google and the GPTs, and they have all of the answers and they are there to help you all the time. And every IT professional will tell you their best friend is the Google. So that's answering Joe Hudson's questions. Now, moving on. Allison, thanks for commenting, but not leaving a question. You didn't follow the rules. But anything is cool by you. That's always good to see you. Ange says, I heard brownies versus cookies, biscuits, of course. Alex, right? Was a big talking point on Alex's stream this week. It's if a fan of neither, maybe coffee versus tea. I mean, brownies, cookies, like they're both amazing. I would probably lean more towards the cookies though, because the cookies always tend to come in more flavors and varieties, and I feel like sometimes they could probably be a little bit more healthier than a brownie if we're gonna go there. But if we're gonna talk about coffee versus tea, it's going to be coffee all day long, almost 24/7. I drink a lot of coffee. For real. Sorry, wasn't trying to pull a Chuck moment there, but that might be one thing that a lot of IT people have in common. They love coffee, right? Anyway, Jesse Johnson, it's good to see you. I think I saw you in the chat. Always great to see you. And Cameron, I see you as well. BTW, good to see you too, sir. But Jesse, I always say yes. You're one of the biggest inspos. Maybe talk about some of the people who inspired me. Some of the people that inspired me. Do you want to know about the people who inspired me, like as I was getting into this field, or you want to talk about the people that inspire me now? Like, I feel like I had a lot, not a lot. There's few people who inspired me throughout the years, but I feel like it's funny because like a lot of the people that inspired me along the way, like I no longer, most of them I no longer talk to or follow, um, for a lot of different reasons, but um, they helped me become the person that I am today in so many ways. So I mean, like, there's people that, like, obviously, like, none of y'all will know because they're just all um, personal friends or whatnot. But like people that I worked with, definitely, like, there's this guy Jason, who I worked with in a school district. He inspired me and believed in me like no other person I think that I've worked with for a very long time, really. But like, he helped me learn a lot about more system administration duties and tasks and things like that. He taught me about like Microsoft Deployment Toolkit, SCCM, like automation. And I will forever be grateful for him because when I stopped working with him and went to a new place, like I implemented all of those things at that new place. And if it wasn't for him, like would not be where I am today for sure, because he helped me like take my career to the next level for sure. There's this also Catherine, worked with her in another school district. She freaking total rock star, like 100% rock star. And her journey has been phenomenal now. And she's working in cybersecurity, which is great to see. But yeah, like she helped me out so much in those early years. And I will always be thankful for her too. I've had her on this channel before many times, not many times, a couple times. But she's done interviews and stuff with us here. But yeah, she was a huge inspiration for me, and she didn't take shit from anybody. So that was always awesome. Well, I will in a little bit. Put that on the charger so it don't die. You probably want to take that to grandma's. Full charge. All right. Yeah, so Catherine is huge inspiration for me. And then last person I can think of as I've gone through my journey, who I want to mention is Chris Davis, which I just made a post about him like this past week. He was working at the hospital that I was working, like when I went to go work for the hospital, he was working there, and he had a YouTube channel. And like 3 weeks into this position at the hospital, like, I found out he had the YouTube channel, found out like he had like, I don't know, 30,000 subscribers or something, doing very well for himself. And he just like kept pushing me, like 3 weeks in, like, dude, you should make a YouTube channel. Like, you would do really good at YouTube. Like, you definitely need to try this out. And it was probably like 3 months later or so where I finally did it. But like, he totally like pushed me, inspired me, believed in me. And if it wasn't for him, I would not be here. So yeah, those three people like will always stand out to me as people who inspired me. Like, now the people who inspire me now, Heath Adams, like 110%. That guy, like, honestly, like, probably so cheesy and stuff. But yeah, I get to work with this dude, which is just, it's crazy. But like, yeah, I look up to him in so many ways. For almost everything he does. Like, he's a total just like workhorse innovator, phenomenal. Hang on. Kids are outside the window because they know that I'm doing something, so they have to check in on me. But yeah, he can solve that. Sorry. Yeah, he inspires me all the time though. Yeah, I don't know. He's probably the biggest one right now that inspires me, that I look up to. And then from like another professional level, like people who I look up to, in this industry, and more specifically in the things that I do, it's definitely like the people from Black Hills InfoSec. They're marketing people, like Deb, Jason, like those two. Like, I love what they do over there. So like, they inspire me for sure. But yeah, I don't know, that I feel like everybody inspires me though, like, that I work with. Sorry. Every single person on my team, like, there's something about them where I'm just like, gosh, like, I love you. You are you're so amazing because of whatever it is. And I'm being 100% serious and not just BSing or not just throwing whatever, because I actually see more people here from work and chat. Hello, Adriana, how are you doing? But no, like, every one of them like make a difference in my life and change the way that I do the things that I do. So I definitely appreciate them. So anyway, that's it. Looks like that's all of the questions that happened on the LinkedIn. So it took me forever to get through all of those. I don't know who the LinkedIn user who said that. I'm guessing you're from Black Hills. You're right. You don't have a marketing department. You have a content and community team. You are 100% correct. I screwed that up. Oh God, White Rubber Ducky. I don't want to try to butcher your name. I'm sorry. Terrible at that. But yeah, you guys do have a content and community team, which is phenomenal. They're who I look up to. Deb is probably one of my favorite people in the entire world. I don't know if she knows that or not, but when I had to seek her out at DEF CON, and it made me so happy to see her. But yeah, anyway, we'll do some Q&A with the chat now, and the LinkedIn and the YouTube. So if you guys have some questions, ask questions. be happy to answer them. I got like another 10 minutes. But thank you all for joining. Always appreciated. You love the love that is given, and you don't see that enough in general IT. Yeah, I don't generally hate on anyone, and I literally just had this conversation with somebody the other day, where we were talking about marketing and things like that, and um, like we were talking about TCM security, and we were talking about our quote unquote competitors, and I was like, I don't really see, like, from our training side, like I don't really see our quote unquote competitors as like competitors, because like, sure, if you want to draw it black and white, like there are competitors, but like they're also helping people and they're also making a difference in people's lives. And we might not like agree with some of the things that they do and be vocal about some of those things. But at the end of the day, like they still have some kind of mission where they are trying to help people in some way. And they have done that. And they've done that, to millions of people. So like, the OffSec, the INE, the, you know, EC Council, I guess, CompTIA, right? Like, sure, we were competing against them. But like, I mean, I honestly, like, I love our product like 10 times more, not just because like I work there, but because like it's the most practical thing. We won't get into that tirade right now, but legitimately, like, they're still trying to help people and they're trying to make a difference in people's lives. And that's what's most important to me. Like, that's what I am always going to be like an advocate for. Um, so yeah, like I'm going to do everything in my power to make TCM security more successful than every single one of those companies, but I still genuinely appreciate every single one of those companies at the same time. So yeah, there's that. And I'm missing out on questions. I'm sorry. Um, am I getting onto B-Sides in Peoria? I don't know if I'm going to get there or not, because B-Sides Peoria is like a week after Wild West Hackin' Fest, I believe. And I don't know that like I'll be able to make those types of arrangements, quite honestly. But I would really love to make it there because it's only like an hour from me or so. Peoria is not that far, like hour and a half, maybe tops. But I would really love to make it out there. I'm still trying to debate, and I think I only have like 2 more days to submit a talk to B-Side Chicago. But I would really love to do a talk at B-Side Chicago. But again, I don't know if I'll be able to make it there just because there's so many things going on. Joe, cybersecurity is not an entry-level role. You need IT experience already before you can consider breaking into an even low-level cyber role. That is 100% false and not true. And we have proof because we hired a person who never worked in IT. I mean, and they're a pen tester. So, and well, because before they were a pen tester for us, they were a pen tester for somebody else, but they had never worked a day in IT before that. So they went from 0 IT experience to a penetration tester. It's possible. Happens quite often, actually. So please don't be a gatekeeper, because it's just not true. Like, sorry. Please talk about outside USA candidates. I don't know much about the markets outside the USA, honestly. Protect what's yours. You went to cybersecurity at MIT, having issues getting hired due to your long law enforcement experience. Why would you be having issues, I guess? I mean, your law enforcement experience should be helpful for you. So are you having issues getting interviews, or are you having issues getting to the interview? Like, are you getting any interviews at all? Because if you're not getting interviews, your resume sucks. If you're getting interviews and you're not getting the job, it could be for a plethora of reasons, and it's really hard to say without knowing you. But your any type of experience that you have in life can always be helpful towards cybersecurity, and especially with law enforcement. So that shouldn't be an issue. Rob Thomas Tech. Do you like what is it? Is it Matchbox 20? Is that Rob Thomas? The lead singer guy there's a Rob Thomas who's in a band. I can't remember if it's the Matchbox 20 or not. Anyway, sorry. How can you position yourself for desktop support or help desk coming from a heavy residential tech support background? Well, your experience will be helpful for you. You'll definitely want to highlight on your resume ways and things that you've helped people and like how you've done that. Like, you have experience doing this, so you can highlight that. Chat GPT will be very helpful for you for this. That doesn't sound right. It sounds terrible in my head. Use Chat GPT to help you kind of like rewrite your things on your resume. But outside of that, like learn Active Directory, learn ticketing systems. Those are going to be very helpful for you, but you'll definitely want to redo your resume. So I put out a video like a few weeks ago or a few months ago about fixing your resume. Like I think the title of that video is called Fix Your Damn Resume. But that will definitely help you. But you'll definitely want to get some more enterprise type of skills, meaning Active Directory, ticketing systems. They'll be helpful for you. And I only have a couple minutes left because I have plans and I have to stick to them. Otherwise, my wife will kill me. So I'll try to skim through here. I'm sorry. Not Matchbox 20. What? Definitely Matchbox 20. It was Matchbox 20, right? Rob Thomas, singer. Let's see. Google says Matchbox 20. That's right. I knew it. Sorry. What's up, Brandon Fisher? It is good to see you. Jesse, it's always great to see you. Is ThoughtCon worth going to for someone new? I wish I could go to ThoughtCon. So if you can go to ThoughtCon, I would definitely go to it. You just got back from Black Hat and it was great for finding products, but there's more time for the talks. All the ones you went to was great. Yeah, Black Hat's definitely not for somebody new. Black Hat is, gosh, yeah. Black Hat is just ginormous. Definitely not for somebody new. But any of like the smaller conferences are great for new people. B-Sides, DEF CON is big, but it's very friendly. But yeah, check out all the B-Sides and stuff in your area. That'd be definitely they would be worth checking out for sure. I mean, Joe, you can argue about this until you're blue in the face. But the fact of the matter is, this is just facts, by the way. This isn't opinion based. This is just facts because we've actually seen it in the industry. The facts are you don't need any experience at all to work in cybersecurity or to be a pen tester because people have done it and it's really freaking cool to see. So sorry to burst your bubble, my friend. Dan the Diglot. All right. BTL1. That was what I was thinking of for blue team. Whoever does that training, it's definitely worth checking out if you're looking into blue teaming. I don't know why I can never think of that stuff, but anyway. Allison, you think all the cons are great for someone new just starting out? I mean, yeah, they definitely can be. And Black Hat can be fine. It's just like Black Hat is ridiculously expensive and ridiculously ginormous. So it can be very overwhelming. All right. I have to get going because if I don't, I'll get yelled at. And I'm reading this ridiculous comment from somebody on YouTube. Hilarious. Hacker Jitsu, I hope you get your way there. White Cyberdog, it is so good to see you. And I'm sorry for butchering Black Hills team names. Dale, is also good to see you, sir. Thank you for showing up, sticking around. And always great to see you. Appreciate it. I hope you all have a great day and a great weekend. Sorry for all the troubles earlier. It definitely threw me off with the audio going out and then all of my children bothering me. But, I guess that's what happens when you have children. They love to bother you. Anyway, have a great weekend. Take care. See y'all next week, hopefully. No, you probably won't see me next week, actually. I will be at a B-Sides, actually. B-Sides Albuquerque. So if you are in Albuquerque, New Mexico, come check out B-Sides because I will be there next Friday. I'm actually doing a talk at B-Sides Albuquerque. So if you want to come, please come because we would love to see you. And we'll have lots of swag and stickers and stuff. Look at stickers. Focus. Come on, will it focus? No. Kinda, almost. It says hate less, hack more. And let's see. More hate less, hack more stickers. And TCM security stickers. And maybe some run command stickers too. So come check us out at B-Sides Albuquerque. Next conference will be at Wild West Hacking Fest again. So if you want to come out to Wild West Hacking Fest in October, we'll have more stickers and more fun stuff. Anyway, y'all have a great weekend. Take care.